Hey, are we getting close? I feel like we've been wandering this dungeon forever. It's a lot more maze-like than I expected. We've got to be close to the creature that considers itself in charge, right? I'm asking you because you're the one who can sense its presence. And I figured that, since it was bothering you earlier, you'd be able to keep track of how far away from it we are. You know, I don't know if I told you before you took your nap, but I don't think you have any reason to worry. After all, I feel like if the adventurer needed more than the two of us for this job, they would have gotten more people. Still, that doesn't explain why it's just the three of us. It isn't very often that an adventurer doesn't hire a healer to accompany them for a task like this. Did they even tell you what we're after? No? That is troublesome, to say the least. I understand this creature has been causing a lot of issues in some of the towns nearby, but isn't that more reason for us to know what's going on? Well, I'm saying that things just aren't adding up about this job. Well, how you've been reacting to the monster's presence, I wouldn't be surprised if we're going up against some sort of demonic lord or something. Be on your highest alert. No, I don't mean to imply that you aren't always alert. Just that this might be a situation that calls for more alertness. I'm afraid we're at a disadvantage with the lack of information. Even if we tried asking, I doubt they'd be willing to tell us. I can't back out of the quest now, but even still, we need to be expecting the worst. Scared? No, I'm not. It's... Just take my advice, would you? Besides, what do I have to be scared about anyway? I'm the greatest alchemist in this day and age. You can say you're the greatest mage all you want, but your skills can't ever match up to mine. You're good. Great, even. But I've still worked hard to get where I am, and I won't let you surpass me. Yes, I know our skill sets aren't comparable. I wasn't comparing them. I was comparing skill levels, which are comparable. Like a child? I'm not acting like a child. I think we need to work together properly. Of course I can do that much. What could ever make you think otherwise? You really think we were getting along better earlier? I mean, I thought it was normal. You know, like, I feel like we talk like that a lot, don't we? You feel like I think I'm better than you at everything? That isn't true at all. I just think I'm better than you at some things. Like what? Well, like cooking, for one. Now, I know it was probably a little weird for you to find out that I was leaving food for you at your door so that you would eat, but you really don't seem the type to do a whole lot of cooking. I mean, we can't really be proper rivals if we aren't in tip-top shape, can we? It just wouldn't be fair to the other one if one of us was weaker, would it, love? Me? What makes you think I'd be the weaker one? As if a weak person could do the things that I do in a day. No, I'm not saying you'd be the weak one. It's just... it depends on the situation, you know? We already know which one of us is clearly the better cook. Ow! What is it with you and smacking me today? As if we haven't been like this for years already? Want to change things? I don't know what I'd do if you wanted to change things. I guess if anything, it really depends on what you're trying to change. Don't want to talk about it in front of the adventurer? Fine then. I won't pry for now, but you best believe I will ask about it after this job. Okay, enough talk of that. I still can't believe that whatever rests in this dungeon has been terrorizing the capital city and they never said anything. At least, they never came to me for help. What about you? Not you either, huh? You'd think a concerned citizen would have tried to contact the greatest living mage for help. Even if they do live in the woods by a small town at the kingdom border. Because it isn't like the nobles would do anything about it, except turn it into a talking point at a luncheon or something. Yes, I suppose the royal family could have tried to contact one of us for help, but they'd sooner brush off a series of monster attacks than deal with the problem. Maybe that's why an adventurer is doing the work instead. I mean, there's plenty of adventurers around that they might consider them expendable. I sure hope they didn't hear that. They are pretty far ahead of us, though. Why don't I ask the adventurer why they decided on this job? Well, I don't see much point in it now. We're already here, and it's possible they came of their own accord. Surely the capital city has a job board in the square, wouldn't you think? But to go all the way back and forth like that from the capital to the forest where they found us, then back to the capital? This adventurer sure has an awful lot of energy, don't you think? Yes, and a reckless spirit. It's almost like you can't call yourself an adventurer without one. Hey, are you all right? You're getting tense again. Are we close to the beast we've been searching for? We are. Then, how much farther do you think we need to go before we encounter it? No, I don't feel anything. It must be because your magic senses are more acute than mine. But, judging by your reaction, we don't have much left, do we? I didn't think so. Then maybe it would be best if we stopped for a bit. You know, to think of a strategy. I know we took a rest not that long ago, but if this thing is really bothering you so much, I think it will be best not to rush into fighting this monster. What do you say? Yeah? Great. We can rest here then. Hey, adventurer! You'd best come join us and have a rest. You still need to make up for those 2 days you didn't rest at all. It isn't best to jump right into such a dangerous battle unprepared. Yes, I think they mean well in wanting to continue on, but I don't think meaning well will make a difference if they ended up in the belly of some monstrous beast. How are your energy levels? You haven't used up much of your power, right? That's good, love. Be sure not to use too much. I only have so much space in my bag for potions and elixirs, you know. And that isn't counting the healing salves and those new flash pellets I've developed. Oh, I never told you about those, did I? Well, they're pretty new. I've only tested them a few times, and it's kind of hard to test something like that alone in a lab. But basically, they're pellets, about the size of cherries, that release a bright flash of light when thrown. It's meant to disorient your enemies. Might prove useful since this place is so dark. Why would I make something like that? Well, I guess it's because I want to do more. Like, more that can be used in battle. As much as I enjoy the apothecary's company, I'd prefer to do more than supplying her shop for the rest of my life. It sounds odd, I'm sure, but I spent a lot of time developing these, and I like to think of them as the stepping stone to producing more offensive uses for alchemy. You think I'm doing a fine job? Really? You don't know how much that means to me. No, not because you're saying it. No way. Of course not. It's, just that, well, you know, the people think of me as just the person who supplies the apothecary or the person they settle for when there's a job and you aren't available. So it's nice for someone to say I'm doing good work. And you know, I think you're doing a good job improving your magic skills too. Of course I mean it. Oh, hey adventurer. Great of you to finally join us. Now that you're here, we can finally discuss how we're going to take down this creature. This will take some time, but together, I think we can get this done. So, what's our plan of attack?